You bring them up along. So teaching was part and parcel of what we are. Was is the key word. Today, when a new batch of teachers, local teachers, went into the schooling, I remember it was in the National, they made a huge issue about it. And I'm glad they did. That's important. I need to have, you know what? If I'm going to learn, I need to learn from someone who looks like me, sounds like me, acts like me. That's the only way I'm going to learn. Otherwise, I will always have an excuse in my head. Oh, by the way, yeah, everything, but they're not me. They're from that place, or from that place, or they act this way. And I can always find an excuse. But if I have someone who's in front of me, who looks like me, acts like me, thinks like me, then I will be closer to that person. So it's incredibly important. And by the way, you hit it on the nail. I would have gone one step lower than that, to the intermediary, what you call it, because that's when the brain is still. I wouldn't go lower than that to the elementary because, well, they drive me nuts. But to the intermediary, because that's the time when you're like 11, 12, 13. They could turn out to be really annoying teens, or they could turn out to be really fascinated minds to play with. And I don't mean it in a nasty way, but you can help mold them to where you want them to go. I don't want them to have this mindset of a welfare state. I don't want them to think, I'm only here because I happen to have a blue passport. I don't mean American. I don't want that to be. I want them to think, I am here on my merit. I know and I've performed, and the reason why I have that job is not because someone gave it to me out of pity, but because I deserve it.
My question is, you have a 2-year-old who one day will be a 21-year-old and might get a great job, maybe because of who her father is, and she might be thinking that she got that job because she was qualified for it. And I'm just wondering, what would your advice be as a father to her? Because you know that you'll be the bad guy if you tell her not to take the job, but maybe because you're more experienced than...
She wants the job, I'm sorry.
Let's say your daughter, she got a job.
Right.
It was an amazing job, one that maybe she's not quite qualified for, but you know as her father that she got it because of who you are, maybe because of your influences.
Yes.
But she's not aware of that. What are you going to do what will your fatherly advice be to her?
20-ish-year-old person, they really, really, really do believe the world revolves around them. That they're the center of the world and everyone else owes them something. And I would say to my daughter, go ahead, try it. And when you fail, because you will, because you're not qualified to be in that position, don't come to Baba. Go away. You wanted it. My wife told me, oh, no, she's your daughter, you're going to treat her. I'm like, you know what? If I was a good father, if I'm going to be a good father to my daughter, I must realize the best thing I can do for her is to allow her to fail. And one of the worst things I've seen in family businesses here is we don't even allow our children to fail. We protect them. They're special. Well, guess what? When people say people are special, it usually could have a negative connotation to it. But do I want that for my child? I'm not going to live forever. I'm not going to be here to protect her forever. I can do one of two things. Either prepare her to face life without me, or I can prepare her to suffer when I die. One of the two.
Mr. Al-Fahim, much like our icon today, runs a family-owned business in the region and is single-handedly responsible for bringing lifestyle brands to the entire region. You can get more information on our website, dubai-gbs.com or intelligentsme.com. Please remember this, guys. Like us on facebook.com/intelligentsme.